You've refreshed the page 100 times. You finally snagged those impossible-to-get tickets to your favorite artist, the countdown is on, and then, bam! The dreaded event canceled email hits your inbox. It's absolutely crushing, and the financial panic that follows just makes it so much worse. Take a recent Reddit user who bought Zayn tickets through Klarna, only to completely panic about whether they'd have to fight tooth and nail just to get their money back. Well, if you're stuck in that frustrating limbo right now, you are in the exact right place. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're breaking down exactly how to secure your Ticketmaster refund.
Okay, here's our game plan for This Explainer. We're going to look at canceled versus postponed events, who actually gets the refund, the step-by-step request process, how to solve complex payment issues, timelines and best practices, and wrap up with some final takeaways. Let's get right into it. Starting with Section 1, canceled versus postponed, what we like to call the Dictionary of Disappointment. Look, there's a huge operational difference here. When an event is officially slapped with that canceled label, you don't have to lift a finger. The system just automatically pushes your money right back to your original payment method. But if it says postponed or rescheduled, totally different ballgame. Your tickets remain legally valid for the new date, so your money is put on an active hold. Getting a refund, then, isn't guaranteed. It depends entirely on whether the event organizer actually authorizes it. And this official policy literally proves where the ultimate power lies. It's the event organizer holding all the cards here, not Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster is fundamentally just the digital middleman. So if your favorite artist or their promoter says no refunds for a rescheduled date, well, Ticketmaster's hands are completely tied. You might just be stuck trying to resell those tickets.
Moving on to Section 2. Who gets the refund? We've got to follow the money.
All right, so what if a friend transferred the ticket to you, or you bought them on a third-party app? This brings us to a massive pain point for fans. Literally, there was a Reddit user whose highly anticipated all-time low concert got canceled, and they were desperate for a refund but completely stuck. Why? Because the tickets were transferred by a friend, and the system had temporarily locked all transfers. When third parties are involved, the path to your money gets super complicated.
Here is the golden rule you absolutely need to remember. Only the original purchaser gets the money. If a friend transferred a ticket to you or you used a third-party app, Ticketmaster doesn't have your credit card on file. They only have the original buyer's info. So if a refund window opens up, you actually have to transfer the tickets back to that original buyer so they can claim the refund and, pay you back directly.
If you trace the hierarchy of these transactions, it is crystal clear who gets paid. Pay special attention to that bottom scenario. If you're holding a transfer ticket, the system is always going to automatically route the cash back to the original buyer's card. Knowing this harsh legal reality up front, it's going to save you hours waiting on hold for money that was never destined for your bank account in the first place.
Section 3. The refund request process. Initiating your claim. So when it's time to actually pull the trigger on a refund request for a postponed event, follow these exact steps. But listen, here's a crucial pro tip. Do this on a desktop web browser. Do not use the mobile app. The mobile app can be notoriously glitchy when it comes to displaying that refund button. Just log in on a computer, hit the My Tickets or Orders tab, and if refunds are approved, you'll see a big, bright Request Refund button sitting right there.
Now, you might also see something called the Fan Protect Guarantee pop up for permanently canceled events. This actually gives you the option to choose a 120% wallet credit instead of just getting a standard cash refund. Honestly, if you go to a lot of shows and you know you're going to buy tickets again soon anyway, scooping up an extra 20% in credit is a brilliant strategic move. Just be aware this is an opt-in feature. Standard cash refunds are always available if you prefer.
Section 4. Solving complex payment issues, the edge cases.
Okay, let's talk about the stuff that actually makes people panic. What happens if the credit card you used to buy the tickets has expired? Or maybe it even got stolen? You buy a ticket a year in advance, your card number changes before the tour, gets canceled, and you're thinking your money is just lost in the digital ether. Well, take a deep breath because the banking system actually has a built-in safety net for this exact scenario. The crazy part is, you actually don't need to do anything on Ticketmaster's end. By law, they have to push the refund to the exact card number they have on file, even if it's dead. But when they do, your bank's automated systems recognize the old number, intercept that incoming credit, and automatically safely route the money right into your active underlying checking or credit account.
But what if your entire bank account is completely closed? Like, say you moved all your money from Chase over to Wells Fargo, and that original account doesn't even exist anymore. Well, that's a much stickier situation. Now there's no underlying account for the automated system to find, which means a much more complex, manual process kicks in to get your money back. Here is the exact path your money takes in that scenario. Ticketmaster still pushes the credit to your old bank. The old bank sees the account is closed, so they park your cash in what's called a central suspense ledger. Now the burden is completely on you. You literally have to call your old bank's recovery department, verify the original transaction details, and request that they manually mail a physical paper check to your current address. And if, for whatever reason, your old bank just outright rejects the credit and bounces it back to Ticketmaster, that triggers a manual intervention. A specialized Ticketmaster fan support representative will actually reach out to verify your identity and figure out an alternative payout. Yes, it's a longer wait, but rest assured, if an event is legally canceled, that money is yours, and the system is designed to eventually get it to you.
Next up, Section 5, Timelines and Best Practices, the waiting game.
So, how long are you actually gonna be waiting? According to official guidelines and support chats, you should expect it to take about 14 to 21 days for the refund to process once the organizer officially releases the funds. It is definitely not instant. That money has to bounce from the event promoter, back to Ticketmaster, through the merchant processors, and finally into your bank. So you're definitely going to need a little patience during those first few weeks. To make sure this goes smoothly, preemptive troubleshooting is absolutely key. Keep your email and phone number current so you don't miss any organizer updates. Never ever delete your original purchase confirmation emails. You might need that exact order number to verify things with your bank later. Turn on those notifications, check your My Tickets tab regularly, and like we said before, always default to a desktop computer when managing a refund request. Now, if your money still hasn't shown up after that 14 to 21 day window, it is time to take action. Jumping into their live chat is the fastest way to generate a solid paper trail, but calling their 800 number can often cut right through the digital red tape, especially if you're dealing with one of those closed bank account nightmares we talked about earlier.
Finally, Section 6, Final Takeaways and Disclaimer, Protecting Your Investment.
Before we wrap up, I do need to remind you that while this explainer is exhaustively researched based on the latest 2026 guidelines, ticketing policies are notoriously subject to change. This information is here to empower you, but it does not constitute financial or legal advice. For sure, always consult the official terms of service or a legal professional for guidance on your specific edge cases. I want to leave you with this final thought. Navigating the modern live event ecosystem really requires you to be an active, informed consumer. With refund policies constantly evolving, what steps are you going to take today to secure your ticket investments? Seriously, take 5 minutes right now to check your account, update your details, and understand your rights. If you stay informed, you'll be perfectly prepared before the next big cancellation strikes. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer.